we okay? Are we connected? Are we just having a bad time? Okay, I think we got it. I think we got it. So tonight, for some reason, it's pulling me to talk to. I feel this urge to talk to and communicate with and connect with content creators over 40. Um, my name is Toya, and I have had a um. Hi, Josh. How you doing, honey? Put your stuff in the First of all, always first and you first for me. Um, put your cash app in so I can pin it for you. But tonight I wanted to talk to um content creators over 40. I have been watching a lot of videos recently on a lot of different platforms. Let me pin it, Josh. Pin message. Okay, I pinned it. I pinned it for you. So I have been watching on a lot of different platforms. People in my age range. I'm 44. My name is Toya. I'm 44. I'm a full-time auntie, and I've been seeing a lot of people in my age range, as far as content creation, being content creators over 40, wanting to start YouTube. And hi, Tony. Hi, friend. But I'm not talking to you because you have like 75 different spaces on these social media streets. Um, so out and about with Tony. But I am talking to people over 40, and specifically, what's up? Specifically, women that look like me, women that are over 40, women that are black, happen to be black, and that are over 40. I don't think I see enough of us too. But you all over the place. Like, yeah, you have YouTube and you have like two YouTube channels, three. And then I see you over there on TikTok. You think I don't see you? These eyes big, baby. I see you over there on TikTok. And it's good to see you over there on TikTok. Those people, they love you, and I'm glad. I'm so happy for you. Like, I am so happy for you because it's like we came. Like, I don't know. I can say I know that guy, so that that feels good in and of itself. Um, Hi everybody that's coming in, but I wanted to talk today about content creators over 40. I see a lot of people that are older that are trying to get in the game, as far as creating content. And I think that a lot of people want to do it, but I think they allow their age to stop them from. It's a deterrent. I don't think that it should stop you. There's no age barrier in entrepreneurship or being online or being a personality online. At least I don't think so. But I know that a lot of people, a lot of black women specifically, that because that's what I'm talking to, that I can relate to black women because I'm a black woman. I think that we're intimidated by the space because we're older, and I don't know if black women necessarily know what they have to offer. That's how I feel. I'm like, I don't know what I have to offer to, all the young girls with the style and fashion, beauty, and these young moms that are, creating lifestyle content. Where do I fall into that? I ask that question a lot. Like, where do I fall into that? I'm a 44-year-old woman that is raising a teenager and a 4-year-old. I don't really have that. I can't create lifestyle content because my home isn't aesthetically pleasing, or um, thank you, thank you. I'm trying to come back, but I'm trying to find out where I fit, and I think that's my problem. Like, just fit. I remember me and you having Tony. I remember me and you talking, and I remember one of our early conversations about my humor. I feel like you were one of the only people that got in my early videos, my early Uber videos. I feel like you were one of the only people to understand my humor um, at the time. But then I kind of opened up in my videos, and even with that, I still think that that was a barrier for me because only special type of people can understand what I'm putting down. You know. Um, but yeah, so my point is coming back into content creation. I know that I have a lot of people that are, they rock with my channel because, it's because of the ride share, it's because of my personality, I want to say. But I don't want to I don't want to get gas, but where do we fall where do we fall as people that are over 40? Where do we fall and what do we do? And I asked that question on threads, like where do we fall at? Like, of course there are 40 plus year olds that are very fashionable. Okay, they wear what they want to, how they want to, when they want to. But I'm not that girl. I want to put on a bluey shirt, a t-shirt, and some sweatpants, and I want to go ahead about my business, right? I'm not necessarily a great mom content type of girl because I'm new to this. I'm really, really new to parenthood and raising kids. And yeah, I'm passionate about a lot of I'm passionate about a lot of nuanced stuff. Like how you took your channel, um, I don't know the name of it, but I know what you do. You go and you visit cemeteries, right? You took that channel on TikTok and YouTube, and you really, it's really niche, and you really dive into it, and you're really knowledgeable about that. I don't know if I have anything outside of rideshare that I'm really knowledgeable like that. You know what I mean? Like, I know I'm a giving person. I know that I can be inspirational, right? And I know that I want to inspire people to grow out of themselves, grow beyond what they believe about themselves. Of course I do, because that's what I want for myself. I'm a black woman in society, American society. I fall real low on the totem pole, so I have had to do a lot of growing beyond what society says I should, could, or would be, right? And I like to inspire people to do that for themselves. But I'm stuck between a pip and a hard place because where do I grow to now? You know what I'm saying? Hi, Marcus. How you doing? Thank you, Marcus. I get that. Grow into whatever your heart desires. My heart desires to be um someone that can uplift other women that look like me and are in my same age brackets. Um, I don't desire to sell a product. I desire to peddle hope. Like, what's the word out now? Hopium. My desire is to peddle hope. Like, I want people to be hopeful. I went through such a dark time in life. All that it felt like all I had was hope. All I had was that internal, intrinsic spark of hope. And even though it was so dark, all I had to lean on was my hope and my faith. And I just want other people to know that it's if there's nothing else, there's hope. For content creators over 40, you can't, people that are retiring, people that don't have anything that they want to do, get on the internet and be yourself and be your authentic self. And even with that, growing beyond that, I know people that are in my age bracket that don't know how to edit, that don't know how to they don't know how to edit video. And I have a little bit of experience with that. So I was thinking about maybe writing an e-guide of some sort from my perspective. Not even an e-guide, or maybe I don't know how I can grow it, but my intention is to be a hopium peddler. Like I want to sell. I don't want to sell the game. I want to sell you hope. I want to help you understand that you can do anything you want to do. Right? You can do anything you want to do, no matter what you look like, no matter where you come from, no matter where you believe you're going. You can change the trajectory of your own life by just living it and living it out loud on screen. Pearl, what you say? Life with Pearl. I'm wanting to get back into content creation so I can create a community of women who need to prioritize self-care, more mindfulness, and mindfulness. Those things help get through grief. They do. But how would we package that? You get what I'm saying? Like, aside from content creation, like what? And this is rhetorical. Not necessarily put your answers in the chat, because people will pluck it right up out of there. So think about things like questions like that need answering. What, like me, I went through a really, really dark 4 years, 5 years, right? What what are things that you did during your dark time, that what are the self-care things that you did for you? How do you know what self-care means to you? You get what I'm saying? What does self-care mean to you? Self-care to me is sitting in a room by myself, nobody asking me for nothing, nobody doing, turn my phone off, nobody asking me for nothing, nobody, I don't want anything from me, so that I can just refill, so that I can sit with myself and my higher self and just refill myself. That's self-care for me. But that might not be self-care for someone else. Self-care might be a pedicure, a manicure, going to get their hair washed and cut. You know what I mean? Like, it's I think it's important. Self-care is important, especially during times of grief. And I think that specific niche is needed, especially by women, like women that have been through a lot. We were the first gig 2%. It was a wild ride. It was a wild ride, and it was a lot of fun too. It was a lot of fun for me. It was a lot of fun. Just meeting a lot of people, meeting a lot of different people, and meeting you was fun. And I feel like we still cool. You know what I'm saying? Like me, Terry Tibbs, a couple of other people, and then I have people that are on the channel, like subscribers that are on the channel, that have been here for a while. And I just posted a video, right? Just talking about how I was inspired by another rideshare person, because YouTube always feeds me, so, random rideshare and people that still work in the gig economy. Her name is DoughDash, okay? And she's really, really, really funny. She's funny. She got, she has a really good sense of humor, but she's also inspiring to me. Like, everybody doesn't inspire me, but she, for some reason, certain things that she say, like, just spark something in me and make me want to push forward. Like, live stream I promised myself that I would live stream every day in September. But I got so intimidated and so down on myself, and so my self-talk was so negative, my inner monologue made me believe that what I'm doing and what I'm pushing for and my me being a hopium pusher is stupid. It made me feel like, my inner monologue sometimes says, who do you think you are? And I don't necessarily believe that's me. I just, you know, I've been through some negative stuff in life. And sometimes that inner voice says, you're not good enough. But that hopium, that spark of hope is always, always, even when I feel heaviest and I feel like I can't do anything right, that spark of hope seems to ignite bigger. You know what I mean? Like, even though I'll be down on myself, even though I'll come down and tell myself, you can't do it, you're not good enough, you're not pretty enough, you're not slim enough, you don't even dress the way these other young girls dress, you're too old, you're too anything negative that you could say, it really floods my psyche. It floods my psyche and it's heavy on me. I don't know if y'all could pick up what I'm putting down, but that shit gets so heavy on me. The disbelief in myself gets so heavy on me that it's paralyzing. It's fear that comes out of nowhere. Fear of nothing. Fear of just turning on the camera. And I don't remember feeling that way in the beginning, Tony. I don't remember feeling that way. I remember wanting to get on the camera and talk to black women and tell them, hey, you can get out here and do Uber. You can get out here and get behind the wheel of your car and deliver this food. You can take your kids with you. You ain't got to worry about how you gonna pay the light bill. Hey, 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 we can do it. We can all do it and I did that because I didn't feel like it was enough black women in the space. I didn't feel like there were enough people talking about the gig economy because at the time people didn't believe, like, people really didn't have much faith in ride sharing apps, right? But we found that niche and told people, hey, get out here, you can make this money. Fast forward to now, I don't know. That negative self talk is really just, I don't know. It is that right. The ride sharing community, yeah, ride sharing community has gotten very toxic, and I stay from over there. There's so digressing to another young lady that I watch. I don't remember her name, but she's not a black woman. I don't think she's a woman. I don't know her background, but I don't think she's a black woman. I think she's a white lady. But I watch her a lot, and I used to watch her. Shout out to her. Her she lost her daughter in a really, really tragic act of nature. Um, God, I wish I could remember her name now. But she lost her daughter, and just sending love and prayers out to her, because I watched her for a couple years now. She's amazing. She's an amazing content creator for the gig economy. She was out there getting that money, but yeah, shout out to her and condolences to her family. But I watched her too. But a lot of that stuff became very, very toxic. People was like talking about me, talk about. People had some very weird things to say, and that kind of, I think that plays a part in why I kind of feel the way I feel now. You know, that kind of plays a part in me being a little reluctant to come back to the scene because I just don't want the negativity. You know what I mean? Like, people had so much to say about, and it was little stuff, little nuanced stuff. I remember one person saying, because I smile a lot. I used to smile a lot in the camera, and I make myself laugh. I'm a cornball, right? So I make myself laugh. When I'm telling the story or I'm talking and I'm sharing my experience, I'm going to laugh because I think I'm funny. So one lady was like, "Oh, you smile like you sitting on the camera, smiling like a Cheshire cat." I got a big ass smile. And at the time, it was a little whiter because I wasn't drinking as much coffee. But stuff like that kind of turned me off, and it just showed me how toxic social media as a whole can be. You know, it turned me off, and it just showed me how toxic this space can be. This time around, I don't want that. Like, I don't want that. I know it comes with the territory. Um, I know it comes with the territory, and I'm expecting it. You know, you gotta have some thick skin. And in the end, towards the end of me making videos, the last chapter, I did. I stopped saying certain things, and then even if I did get certain comments, I would just turn it around and make it something to laugh at. You get what I'm saying? Like, who cares about what people say? Because they're literally people sitting behind the screen that are typing things to enrage you, right? To get a reaction from you. And sometimes I give them a reaction, and sometimes I don't. It's not because I'm enraged or I'm hurt by the things people are saying. No, not at all. But I like the banter. Sometimes I like to go back and forth with people because you're just you ain't I don't even call them haters. Like, you're a keyboard warrior. Okay, let's go back. Let's have a little banter. But that's neither here nor there. But I do think that keeps people, especially women, black women over 40, from starting content creation. Because people have so much to say. Um, right. When you get hate, that's very true. That's number one. Let me write it down. When you get haters, you on the right track. When people just come in and want to say crazy things to you, it's because you're doing something that they admire. They're you're doing something that they admire. I will say there were times when I came on camera and it it was I was being intentional with the way I looked. Right, I would put on a little bit of makeup. I would do my lashes. I would, you know, make my face look a little bit. I put on makeup, right? Um, but then it came to a point where people was tuning in anyway, whether I was made up, whether my hair was in a ponytail, or whether I had a wig on. People were tuning in anyway because of the content, you know. But I had to grow into that, and I think that people don't give themselves the opportunity to grow into that, especially when people are just hateful and spewing hate via the chat or via whatever. Tony, you got. I've never seen hate on the cemetery channel. I've never seen it. I just see people praising you about because you going to all these people's grave. I've never seen it. I don't know if you clean it up, but I've never seen it, Tony. Yeah, Josh, you have to be encouraged, and I want to give encouragement, you know. But I'm also sitting in a place where how can I be encouraged? How can I be an encouragement to other people? How can I be an encouragement to other people when I'm feeling negative? You know, I'm feeling negative about what I got going on. And I think what Pearl was saying is how do you, you know, there's self-care. Self-care, you know, talking about self-care and talking to women about self-care, that's so important. And speaking on self-care, that's probably what I need right now. I need to just go sit and take care of myself so that I can come out of this negative space. But yeah, I don't know. So many points was made. I got to take some notes. Self-care. Self-care with Pearl. I like that. Two, content creators over 40. Specifically, black women. I don't know. I just think it's so important for people in my age group to know and understand that there's space for you. There's space for us. Um, Even if it's just anecdotal, even if you just come on and tell people about your marriage, tell people about your kids, your difficult times, your great times, share your experiences, share your glowing moments, and share your not so glowing moments. It's just, I don't know, there's space for us though, and you have to create a lane for yourself. I was just watching a content creator, a white guy, and it's not about race. Like, I'm not a racist person. What I am though is an observant person. Um, and I'm a black woman. So if you are not now or have never been a black woman, you can't speak from my perspective. It's not about race. It is, however, about perception and my experience as a woman of color, right? Um, I just watched a content. I watch a lot of content creators that are in the over 40 space, right? And that's kind of trending now. Content creators over 40, as it should be, because there are a lot of people born in 1980 that are just, between 78 and like 82 that are still very vivacious, very much energetic, very much still a functioning part of society. We still out here working, and we still working towards retirement, right? But I just watched this guy's video, and he's a content creator over 40, and he teaches people over 40 about editing, about how to show up on camera. He teaches people about equipment. He teaches people about so much in the social media space, right? How to use your phone, how to use your back camera for content creation, how to do all these amazing things. He made a video, right, shouting out three other content creators over 40. Not one of them was black. It's not about race. It's not about race, because I watch all three of them. I watch all three of those creators. Why? Because I'm an aspiring content creator, streamer over 40. So I watch them for the knowledge. I don't care what color they are, right? But even with that being said, there's no representation of me. You get what I'm saying? It's fun to watch them. It's great to watch them. It's very much I it's very much a good time to watch them, because I learn and I grow. And there's another older lady. She's a little bit older than me. I'm 44. She's, I think, 49, maybe 50. She always talks about her struggles with camera angles and which cameras to use and lighting and stuff like that. And I think that information is so important, because people that are over 40 trying to create content need to know that. Those are important things, about talking about lighting, talking about audio. Those things are very important. It's not about race. But if me, Latoya, I'm a 44-year-old woman named Latoya. I'm very ethnic. Very ethnic. I may want to see someone that is ethnic tell me the same thing that she's telling me. I may receive it differently if my cousin's telling me. That's all I'm saying. If somebody that I can relate to is feeding me that information, I'm going to pick it up differently. I'm going to receive it differently. It's about representation in a space. Marcus, please don't make me cry. Please don't make me cry. Um, please don't make me cry. Marcus says, now I've known Marcus for a long time. And he says, you're a beautiful person, mind, body, and soul. You are inspiring me because I've seen where you came from and where you're going. You're an amazing auntie. I try to be. I try to be an amazing auntie because what else? What else I got to do? What else do I have to do? Um, hey JJ Universe. So anyway, back to what I'm talking about. I think it's so representation because Marcus got tears in my eyes right now. Not on the laugh, please. Representation is so important for me. Representation is so important. I think I have a friend that is Dominican. She is she's not like a fair skinned Dominican. She's like a light skin. She's like a red bone. She's very much lighter than me, but not like a white Hispanic. She's like in the middle, right? And I told her, I was like, I don't see, not that there's not a lot of Dominican representation on social media, but I told her, you know, there are certain things about her that her and her situation that are very unique. And I told her what you need to do, what you should do. I can't tell you what you need to do, but what you should do is speak from your perspective. You know, I don't think I haven't seen a lot of Dominican women in her situation that can speak, that are bilingual, you know, that are in her situation that can speak on her situation because everybody's situation is unique. And I encouraged her to, you know, just start telling her story, not only in English but in Spanish as well, because there are people that need that type of representation. I watch a lot of YouTube live, right? That's my guilty pleasure to just scroll YouTube live, scroll late nights. Why? I don't know. It'd be some wild stuff out there. What I come across a lot is people in like Southeast Asia, that's right, in like India and Pakistan and places like that, living a life, living a life on the live stream. It makes me want to learn more about them. If I never saw these, you know, different cultures, how would I even know it's there for me to learn about it? It's about representation. It's about putting your story as authentically as you can and telling as much as you want, telling as much of your story, crafting the story the way you want to, right? Being authentic, keeping it authentic, but crafting the story the way you want to, not to give people too much. Keep some for yourself, of course. It would be crazy not to. Keep some for yourself, but tell your story. Tell it from your point of view. And I don't think that's cruel or talking about anybody. It's just telling your story. I think it's so important to be able to do that and to create a space for yourself to do that. Um, if you guys feel so led, my YouTube cousin has dropped his cash app in the I pinned his cash app. He's just always so helpful, and he's always here for me when he's always got his wrench in doing stuff for me in the chat. So if you guys feel like tipping him, that if it's on your heart to do that, you can. Um, but yeah, I want to a open myself up to streaming. And then we'll get back to why I want to do that in a second. B, content creators over 40, specifically black women. Not because it's about race, but because I'm a representative. Representative. Press zero to speak to a representative. You're going to get me. I'm a black woman. I want more of us that are in our 40s, people born between like 77 to like 83, to be a part of this space because there's space for us. A lot of us are in retirement. A lot of us are in stages in our lives where we want to get out of the workforce. Nobody wants to keep working a 80-hour work week or, you know, bi-weekly. Nobody wants to keep doing that. So you want to enjoy your life and you want to share that enjoyment, right? Um, I just think it's time for us to make ourselves a part of the space. And define who we are in the space as well. And I think I know that I'm an auntie. You know, I'm trying to be the best auntie that I can, and I always try to be the best person that I can be. It don't always happen, but you know, I try to be the best that I can. Um, and additionally, all right, it's not only for the ladies, right? It is, but it's not. Like I don't just show up for the ladies. I show up for everybody that need a little spark of hope, right? I think that everybody needs that. I think that everybody needs someone to. Everybody needs a cheerleader. Not to say I'm a cheerleader, but I think that everybody deserves someone to say, you're not here alone. You're not alone, and I see what you're doing, and I see you, right? Everybody needs that representation. Everybody needs someone to stand in the gap for them. Everybody needs someone to say, hey, you're doing a good job. And I never really believed until, you know, I never really believed certain things about myself, right? Because I'm hard on myself. I'm negative sometimes towards myself, as we all are, right? Nobody's perfect. Nobody has perfect thoughts. We all have intrusive thoughts. Until I started making videos, until I started sharing my ride share experiences. And even today, I got comments on the video I posted today, just talking about doing what you have with what you got, being who you are in the moment, right? I had people comment that I haven't seen comment in years, right? And that people that never comment that say, I've been looking for you. Where the hell you been? And they're not necessarily all black women, right? Black men too. I didn't know that I had those people. I didn't know that I had those cheerleaders. I didn't know that those people were watching. I didn't know that those people were still around. But it gassed me. It gassed me. 93 octane diesel gassed me. You understand what I'm saying? I wasn't gonna come on here today. I wasn't gonna come live today because my internal monologue said, bitch, who the fuck are you? And sometimes that internal monologue gets the best of me. But that little bit of gas, that little bit of octane, those cheerleaders in my corner, those people standing in the gap for me and saying, hey, Toya, I missed them vlogs. Hey, Toya. She said, one of the comments said, your videos were giving. It could have meant, it could mean a world of things. Girl, your videos used to be giving. Or giving, right? Because I can be a giving person. I want to be that. I want to continue to be that inspirational person. I want to continue to be that cheerleader that you don't even know you have in your corner. I think that all of us deserve that. Everybody deserves to have, even if it's in the back of your cerebellum, right? That's what, as I go, cerebral cortex. Even if it's in the back of your mind that someone is cheering you on and rooting for the best for you. Oh, we were rooting for you. I want everybody to know that somebody is rooting for you. Hi from Dubai. Tony. Yep, I miss those vlogs. I could be having a bad day and one of your vlogs. And after one of your vlogs, my mood would change. Its way changed for the better. And that's just what I wanted. If I told you I was going through some of the shittiest times in my life during those vlogs, there's probably too much tea. I lost a baby. I miscarried from stress at a job, right? And it was a hard time, but I made videos anyway because at the time, I had to cheer myself on. I felt like I didn't have anybody. I felt like nobody was with me. I felt like, you know, it was just a whirlwind of stuff going on. Whirlwind, whirlwind. But when I got on the camera, when I got to make a vlog, when I got to talk about something crazy that happened, um, it made me feel better, and I feel like it built a community of people, and people would leave crazy comments and just laugh or whatever the case may be, and that made me feel better. Those was my cheerleaders. Those were people standing in the gap for me, not even knowing what I had going on. You know what I'm saying? Everybody needs that, and sometimes the person that need it doesn't know that they need it. I ain't know I needed that, but like I said, people just commented on a video that I just made, and it pushed me to keep pushing. They cheered me right up out of that negative headspace. You get what I'm saying? Toya, get your, even though they didn't say this, what I heard was, Toya, get your black ass up. Get your black ass up. Didn't you make a promise to yourself? You got these people waiting on you. Nobody was waiting on me. I was waiting on me. Nobody was waiting on me. Let's be for real. Nobody was waiting on me. I promised myself something, but I couldn't do it for myself. I couldn't. All this week, I said I was gonna. All this month, I said I'm gonna come back live. I'm gonna stream. I'm gonna be a streamer. I'm gonna be a streamer. I'm gonna be a streamer. Not a gamer, a streamer, right? I'm gonna create content. I'm gonna be a streamer. I'm gonna do it for 30 days. The negative self-talk said, bitch, no, you're not. No, you're not. And then I got inspired by a video, right? Another video, another black woman I watched. She's 42. She's an Aquarius. She do gig service. I felt like I was watching myself, right? And then she said, "Do what you can do with what you got. Do it what you can do with what you got." I kind of don't even remember the shit verbatim what she said, but she said basically said, I'm surmising. Start where you are. Do what you can do with who you are right now. I made a video talking about that. People commented, I heard, girl, didn't you promise yourself something? That hope, that little flicker of hope, cast out all that negativity because people fed it. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Those people that told me, hey, come back, do whatever, do. We here for you. Do whatever you want to do. This your channel, Toya. Do whatever you want to do. Fed that hope and pushed out the darkness. I don't know if y'all read the Bible, but it's a story in there. You got to go find it for yourself. Those people just giving me that positive feedback. Those people just being in a corner for me, standing in the gap, being cheerleaders, help to ignite that flame of hope. That's what I want to be. That's what I want to be. That's what I always, always, always strive to be. I think that as people of color, black people in America, this is gonna be a tangent. Black people in America, we don't get the opportunity to be seen in positive light all the time, especially black women. We don't get to be praised. That's why I was talking about those three people. Um, and it's not about race. It's about how society sees black women and what is impressed in a lot of our psyche. Mine. I can't talk about no other black woman, right? It's negative. Everything that the news says about black women to me is negative. Everything Everything that the outside says that we are or we're not feeds us. I don't care who you are. It feeds you. It's negative. It feeds you, and you begin to believe certain things about yourself. That's human. That's the human design. But then when you present something else, people look crazy. People look at you like, you know, you can't be that because society says you're this negative thing. And I think that just resides somewhere in us, in our psyche, right? It just resides there. And it's there. And it's what we believe about ourselves. People say things so much to us and about us and whatever that it becomes a part of your psyche. It becomes a part of, not even part of your psyche, it becomes a part of who you are as a person. Um, but then you have people, you present yourself, right? And there are a group of people that may not believe that you can be this person, and there are a group of people that are never going to believe that you're a positive person, or you can be a positive part of society, or you can be anything, right? But you share your story, you continue to share your story, you continue to be you, and then you find your tribe, you find your community of people that accept you, that understand your story. Representation. You find people that you can connect with because of representation, whether it's the story that you have to tell that they connect with, whether it's just our history, our background that you have to connect with. To me, connection is very important. Being able to connect on a spiritual and soulful level, and by spiritual, I don't just mean by the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, or Buddha, or Muhammad, or whoever, reading the Torah. That's not what I mean. Meaning, you connect with a person not through trauma, but through, lived experiences. I think it's uh, something so deep about that. Even with comments that say, "Hey, I missed you," your comment, your videos made me laugh. That's a connection. Somebody who came in to my videos in what, 2017, got my jokes off the rip. That's a connection to me. And to me, it's like a kindred spirit. I think that everybody needs that. Everybody deserves that. And everybody deserves to be represented in such a way. Everybody deserves that. And I think I represent people that are underserviced, underrepresented in this space. Said all that to say, I don't know what the hell I said. I was just going. I said all that to say, I feel like people that look like me are underserviced and underrepresented in this space over 40. I'm here for everybody. I want to gas everybody. I want to make everybody believe that there's always hope. But I'm an advocate for representation. Bye, Hurricane. Oh, Tony. I remember your name too. I remember your name, Tony. Lift my DoorDash and Uber. That was my favorite. And anytime you made a video, I was tuned in. Because you was my dog, man. Like, two cornballs. I was, I don't know. It was a good time. It was a good time in the Uber streets. And it was a good time making those videos. Good morning, Saudi Arabia. Peace and love. Thank you. I appreciate it. Um, Streaming. Let's talk about streaming. I am an avid watcher, and I know I'm probably too old for it, but I'm an avid watcher of Kai Cenat. Why? Because he's hilarious. That guy's hilarious. And I watch AMP. I watch Kai Cenat. I watch Agent. I watch Phantom. And I watch Ray. My God. They're so funny. They are all so hilarious. But not only do I watch them, I admire their how savvy they are with streaming and with entertaining people. Like they're very entertaining people. Casamet is a very entertaining person. I don't like he talk about some stuff I can't get with because I'm a little bit older. But aside from that, and that's not a negative. I'm just old. He's really funny. He keeps people engaged. He keeps the stream going. He tries to be as transparent as possible, and excuse me, he keeps people engaged and transparent, and I think there's space for us. I personally think there's space for that type of comedy, that type of flavor, if you will, in the streaming space. I know I watch this gamer on Twitch. She's an older black woman. She like in her mid 30s, but she streams her gameplay on Twitch, and I tune in not because I play the game, but because I'm trying to learn the game. You get what I'm saying? Like it's so much to learn within the social media space, and I think there is. I'm in the U.S. Yes. Um, there's so much to learn in the space. Like I said, one of my guilty pleasures is scrolling YouTube live, and all I see is people in like Southeast Asia, vlogging or cooking or keeping the people's attention. And I don't know, that's just what I want to do. I love making videos and editing and creating content. I do. But I want to stream. I want to stream. But what would the niche be? Like, what is Kai Cenat's niche? I like to watch pretty girls eat. I'm not gonna lie to you, Tony. Tony, when the girls have their lashes done and the makeup and the faces be beat to be damned and the lips be glossy and the nails be done, I like to sit there and watch them. It's sick. It's sick, friend. I don't know. Maybe I have a problem. Maybe I have a problem because I like to watch pretty girls eat. I like to watch them talk, and I like to watch them eat, especially chicken wings. My God. Castanet is just doing him, but it's a formula to that shit. Cause we the same person. This is what I'm telling you. You like my brother from another east from the west coast. I don't know how to explain that shit, but but it's a formula to it. So he loosely talked about. I watched a lot of his interviews too. He loosely talked about how his streams go. Like he has a formula. Like he has a format to that to his streams. Um, yeah. So what? I'm tall and black. I'm big and black. That don't. Have you ever seen that movie with Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger? That's me and you. That's me and you, Tony. That's me and you. Don't try to get out of this shit. Short. Is that the name of the movie? Short. Don't try to get out of this. Kindred spirit. Okay? You just, you know. Um, but Kai, even Phantom, I like Phantom a lot. Phantom is funny as hell. He's Dominican. I'm Dominican. Anyway, that's a TikTok sound. He's Dominican. Um, But he has a formula too. Duke Dennis, they all kind of have a formula as to how their streams go. And I tried to do that tonight. I took notes and stuff, and I had a topic, and my topic was, I can't remember it. I ain't write it down good, but my topic was, do do what you can with where you are now. That was the topic. Secondary was content creation over 40. Talked about that. I still could go on about that. Talk and then streaming, right? So he has a formula. I'm being plankton right now. I'm trying to get the formula for the magic Krabby Patties. He is himself. He's a huge personality, right? But he also has it's almost like a show. It's like a show. He has segment after segment after segment if you pay attention. They all do. They all do. And it was like this is me testing it tonight. Having, speaking topics, bullet points, or whatever the case may be. And exactly. Exactly, Tony. But anyway, there's a formula to it. And I'm trying to figure out the secret Krabby Patty formula that's gonna work for me. Right? Well, I'm 44 years old. What the hell am I screaming about? What I'm gonna talk about? He can talk about all the things that's going on in, you know, pop culture. He can talk about that stuff. I don't know what Tyler doing, but we friends though. That's all I know. And then her song, I don't know what these young people doing. I don't know what the young kids is up to, and I don't want to know because what them young people doing is not my business. You know why? Because I'm 44. My business is 44 years old. So talk about what happened daily. You know what happens daily? My knees hurt, and I clean poop. So so I don't know if I want to talk about. It. But because I just had an idea, and I'm gonna write it down before I forget it. Remember current events? Remember we used to have to pull an article in grade school. We have to pull an article, and we would have to talk about current events. But I'm not a news channel, so it'd have to be a current event, like something that. And this is called brainstorming. This is called brainstorming, right? Current events. We can make that a part of this. Mm-hmm. Let me write down Krabby Patty formula. Mm-hmm. Current events is one. That's good, McDonald. That's good. Good stuff. Commentary on current events. I just don't want to be. I just don't want to feel like I'm reporting the news. Y'all watch Philip DeFranco? He do that shit. I don't do that. Phil DeFranco do that. I love your faces and I see you tomorrow. Philip DeFranco do that. I don't do that. But I could spin it. I could spin it to Auntie Toya. So current events with a spin. I like it. I like it. But yeah, he has a formula. Like he'll call somebody in, or somebody will call his phone, or he'll call one of his little girlfriends or something. Um, and they'll have some type of wild conversation. And he hang up on the girl hang up on him, whatever the case may be. Um, and then he'll have a guest. I was thinking about that too. And then I was thinking about tying a guest into this whole content creation over 40. So I could have like, I'm up and coming my damn self. But I was thinking like I could stream, not necessarily a podcast, because I ain't no podcasting. But I could have somebody come over during this, come into the stream and maybe talk about what they have going on. But with a twist, you know? I don't know, but I know that streaming is content creation in a whole is amazing, right? But streaming, to me, it looks like it's a lot of fun. It's really like on the fly, you talking on the fly with some kind of structure, right? It's what's the word I'm looking for? I'm old. I can't find it. I can't find it. Not necessarily ad libbing. Um, but it's like a whole bunch of ad libs, like all night. Like you just going with shit. Um, I know the word. It just it evades me. But yeah, I want to know what I can do. What would you expect a 44-year-old to talk about? Not. I don't want to have no serious conversations. I don't want to talk about what's going on. I don't want to talk about anything pressing or depressing. So what would be the topic of, what's conversations that you have as an adult, if you're an adult, that are not A, X-rated, B, depressing, like the news? What we talking about? I know people I know people that stream out their window. I know people in Atlanta, in the city of Atlanta, that live in like high-rise buildings that stream the traffic, and they get millions of views. They get millions of views. What I'm gonna do? Get an ant farm? Have you ever seen that stream on TikTok with the shrimp with the white feet and the? Oh my god, I could sit there for an hour. Have you ever seen that stream on TikTok with the hamsters running around with the EFM party music playing? I could watch that shit for hours. But that's not what I want to do. That's not what I want to do. So yeah. So I was thinking about a lot of things. I might as well say anybody in here. Um. So even with that, Marcus, folding over from one thing to another, I would want to make sure they're all congruent. Congruent. I want to make sure they all correlate. Tonight, I want to read some of these comments so bad and comment some of this troll and stuff. Like I wanna interact so bad with these trolls, but I'm not, because I got some feedback on my last live that said maybe I was spending too much time on the trolls. So I said I'm not gonna do it. No matter how funny I thought it was, the audience wasn't pleased with it. So my point with that is I don't want to veer off left. I want to make sure everything um um hi Jocelyn, thank you. Um I thought, let me tell you something. Sometimes when I talk back to the trolls, I thoroughly enjoy it. I thoroughly enjoy it. But I'm trying not to do that tonight. I'm trying to keep it positive, trying to express my thoughts on my hopium, trying to sell this hopium. You know what I'm saying? I'm a hopium pimp. I digress. So I'm trying to get my format together, right? I got my bullet points. Do what you can with who you are now. Content creators over 40 and content creators versus streaming, right? Now we're talking about the streaming format. So I'm trying to keep it all together, and I'm trying not to get caught up in the comments. Like I've been taking notes, even though I've been in a very dark place. I'ma still get my learn on. I like to learn stuff, so I watch a lot of people that a lot of younger people that stream and that create content and that talk about going live on TikTok and YouTube and blah 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 blah. And they tell you a lot of key points is don't get caught up in um necessarily what's going on in the chat. But sometimes I be wanting to chop the ass. Cause why you come in with the bullshit? Um, if we gotta get him, then get him. I don't want to get him, but I ain't gonna get him tonight. I get him another time. Well, who is my favorite Bluey character? Muffin. Muffin is my favorite Bluey character. I don't have her on my shirt. Um, I don't have her on my shirt, but Muffin is my favorite character. Muffin don't give a damn. And if you don't know who Muffin is, you need to go find her. She's the real deal. Tony, I had them trolls in there. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you a secret. It is not a secret. As long as I was sitting there going back and forth with those trolls, I was getting my watch time up because I'm trying to get this channel back monetized. I got money in AdSense. Don't tell nobody I told you this. I got money sitting in my AdSense account that's damn near at the threshold, but I can't get it because this channel not monetized because I don't have the watch time. Going back and forth with them trolls that night put me where I needed, put me closer to my goal. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. So I want to do it for so I can get where I'm trying to go. But after that, I lost so many followers. I lost so many subscribers. So the people don't like it. It was funny to me, and it was funny to you because you're crazy. But it was too many negative effects. Like my subscribers bled after that. So I don't want to do that again. I don't want to. I won't do that in that manner again. But keeping the trolls on there, keeping them engaged, that was the lick. But the subscriber count, because the subscribers don't want to hear you talking about, people don't want to hear you going back and forth with the troll. That's negativity. That's not where I'm trying to be anyway. Sometimes I do want to be there. I'm not lying. I'm not gonna lie to you. Sometimes I want to say some real foul stuff to those people, but I'm not gonna do that. Anyway, we got to brainstorm, Tony. So should I just get my nails done and put my makeup on and start eating on camera? But that could be a segment because that's what fandom do. Eating. I don't want to eat on camera though. What? I don't need to be a mukbanger. I don't want to do that. But I might do it. I just ain't gonna eat copious amounts of food. And I only really like chicken wings. Josh, you think so? Eat on camera? Like just get pretty and eat on camera? I might get some watch time. It might get some watch time. Ooh, listen. Didn't we have a conversation about that? We had a conversation about that. Anyway, I've been on here for a long time. I've been on here for a long time. I think I might go. Any other ideas? Any other ideas from people in the crowd about segments for the live stream? What would you want to hear your auntie, your 44-year-old auntie, talk about? Hmm? I can't start. I can't do that, Tony. I'm not a my kids know how to videos and hacks. I do have some how to videos lined up. I do have some how to videos lined up. And I have some streaming ideas to not just stream from the car. Like I have OBS that I've been working on. Um, y'all know what OBS is? I know Tony, you know what OBS is. But I have some of my equipment. I have my camera, I have some lighting, I have this light that I use. And then I have some other lighting that I can kind of move around the house. I was gonna stream myself cooking and doing some other stuff for YT. I know they do it a lot on TikTok, but I haven't seen it done in vertical on YouTube. So I was gonna stream myself cooking, but I was gonna use my camera because it's a wider my camera in the OBS software because it will provide a wider angle. Hi Brian, I'm good. How are you? So yeah, I don't know. I mean, I have ideas. Like I said, sometimes I just get inside my own head and I don't know what to do, child. I love you too. I love you too, Marcus. Thank you for being here. Bye. Good night. Anyway, so yeah, I'm thinking about doing some different stuff. And I want to. I remember you. I remember you. But I feel like this is about to go left. I feel like this is about to go left. So I'm gonna go ahead and say good night, Tony. See you tomorrow. Good night, chat. If y'all have any other ideas, go comment on my last video. Tell me what you want to see, Auntie. Tell me what you would want to see your fun aunt do on live. What kind of stream can we have? What can we add to the streaming format? Because we're gonna work on this thing, we're gonna get it together, and I will see you guys in another stream.